Earlier in the feed, like 30 seconds ago, we told you that Best Buy was following Apple's lead and getting into the digital movie and TV business. But what does this mean for physical media like DVDs and the Blu-ray things that you're kind of buying, and set-top cable boxes? We want to know. So let's ask the Loop. Joining me all the way from New York to help us make sense of it all, Deputy Editor for Business Insider, Dan Fromer is here. How are you, Dan?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good to have you here. We've been waiting for this, I think, in the tech industry for years and years and years now. And as we just said in the feed, Best Buy is finally getting into the digital movie business, offering films to its customers through devices like DVD players and through television sets directly. Maybe Best Buy won't win this race, but isn't it a good thing that they're at least entering a horse? Like, isn't this the right move for them?
Hey, they got to do something. I mean, DVD sales are going down, so at least why don't they just sell some more DVD players? And if they could offer a DVD player at a lower price with more features than some of their competitors, that might be a good business for them. And yet, one of the things that people are looking at these days when they're buying DVD players is, can it stream movies over the internet? Some of them do Netflix, some do Amazon, some do a lot of stuff. But here's a Best Buy thing, and maybe they'll throw in 5 free movies or something like that, and boom, they have a sale that they've taken away from Sony or Panasonic or something.
Or maybe they'll press you into an extended service plan on that copy of Cars that you were streaming. Hey,
or
why not?
Something like that. Yeah.
Who are they competing with then? Are they competing with the Netflix and the Blockbusters and the Amazons of the world?
There's kind of two sets of players they're competing with right now. It's the over-the-top players like Apple TV and the Roku box and all the LG and Samsung devices that play Netflix, etc. And then they're also competing with the cable companies like Comcast, which owns this network, which also wants to stream stuff to you in 2 ways, through on-demand and also over the internet. They have Fancast, they have on-demand online, which they're building right now.
So a lot of different players on both the hardware and the software front, but I think 10,000-foot view, this has got to be the final sign that DVDs and physical medium, they're coming to an end. Their reign is pretty much going to be over in the next 5 years, right?
Most likely, and that's really, really kind of a confusing thing for the media companies because they've made so much money off DVD sales and rentals that they need to figure out what's next for them too. So, you know, maybe playing with people like Best Buy through projects like this will be helpful. Maybe they'll try to go direct to consumer themselves.
Right. Well, they'll realize that there's still money to be made. It just might be a little less at a time, which is going to be a bitter pill for them to swallow, but hopefully they do. Now, what I want to know, Dan, is are people going to get Apple TV's message with, or at least Apple in general, their message, which, you know, Peter Kafka at All Things Digital reported yesterday that Apple is meeting with TV networks in the hopes of offering this subscription service so people could get their cable TV through iTunes. Do we know anything more about this? I mean, they basically... $30 a month, all you can eat, sort of the TV that you're used to, streamed through kind of iTunes. Is that all we know at this point?
You know, that's all we know, and that's a big problem because $30 a month could either be an awesome deal or it could be a crap deal. It depends what you're getting for it. If you're getting live, if you're getting sports, if you're getting all kinds of interesting stuff, $30 a month is a great deal compared to whatever my cable bill was, $80 a month before I canceled it last year. If it's $30 a month for just the stuff that you can get on iTunes right now, I don't know, maybe that's an okay deal. That's like 12 season passes a year. If you're going to watch all the shows, if you're going to get HBO maybe for that, if maybe you can get access to old seasons, that could be a good deal too. But until we find out more, it's hard to tell if this is really something that a lot of people are going to go for or maybe just the people that are already Apple TV owners or heavy iTunes users right now.
Yeah, I think without those features that you mentioned, specifically the live broadcasts and whatnot, $30 then becomes a supplemental thing to your cable bill, which kind of makes it dead on arrival, I think, for most. But the other thing that could be interesting is that this is going to be delivered through iTunes. Apple needs to take advantage of Apple TV or some other device, maybe their upcoming tablet, and bridge the iTunes experience onto your television set, right? I mean, without getting that content onto your TV, people aren't going to care.
Yeah, they need to do a lot more. I mean, for whatever it is now, $300, they're selling you basically a hard drive. There's better options out there. A Roku box, for example, gets live baseball. An Xbox does a lot of awesome stuff that the Apple TV can't. But they still have Macs, they have iPhones, they have iPods, and maybe this tablet. This is where maybe the Apple TV becomes just kind of a streaming hub. Instead of downloading stuff off iTunes, it's streaming. Maybe you're using your iPod Touch or your Apple TV as a remote control. That sounds like something more interesting than what they're selling now.
All right, Dan, we're totally out of time, but how many years are we away from just being done with physical media? Are we 2? Are we 5? Are we 10? Am I being too hopeful to think that by this time next year we're done with it?
Some people are still buying their first DVD player, so it could take 10 years. We'll see.
Breaks my heart. Betamax is coming back, I swear. Thanks to Dan from BusinessInsider.com for keeping us in the loop. We always appreciate it, sir. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.